A long-lived series is always worth celebrating, but some TV shows will seemingly never end. These series seem poised to continue indefinitely, backed by networks and studios with zero interest in letting their biggest brands fade away. Their ongoing runs have become part of the television landscape itself. Many of these franchises and shows have already been on the air for years, yet they continue to spawn spin-offs, revivals, and expansions that keep them alive long after their supposed finales. It's clear these apparently never-ending TV shows and franchises have evolved into durable entertainment ecosystems with seemingly no finish line. Grey's Anatomy, 2005 present, this medical drama keeps finding new ways to regenerate itself. Few modern series exemplify the idea of TV shows that will never end more than Grey's Anatomy. What began as a mid-2000s medical drama has evolved into one of ABC's most important pillars, consistently renewed even as original cast departures pile up. Even Meredith Grey, Ellen Pompeo, stepping back from a full-time role didn't slow the machine. Grey simply recalibrated itself yet again. The show's longevity is partially due to how flexible its formula is. Hospitals naturally rotate staff, and Grey's Anatomy has leaned into that realism to refresh its ensemble every few years. New doctors arrive, romances spark, disasters strike, and viewers keep tuning in. It's a cycle as reliable as a season premiere cliffhanger, and ABC knows it still works. Culturally, Grey's Anatomy has outlasted multiple eras of television. Many assumed it would wrap around its 10th anniversary, yet the show proved surprisingly resilient as streaming, social media, and shifting TV habits reshaped viewership. Shonda Rhimes' Shondaland brand remains synonymous with prestige network drama, and ending its flagship series now would make little business sense. Meanwhile, spin-offs like Private Practice and Station 19 demonstrate that the franchise has no trouble expanding. As long as audiences remain attached to the Grey Sloan world, Grey's Anatomy will continue operating like a television institution, one ABC is unlikely ever to close. Law and Order, 1990 present, this procedural universe is engineered for infinite expansion image via NBC. If any show should be seen as a blueprint on how to expand a single series into a never-ending, infinitely expanding franchise, it's Law and Order. The original series may have briefly ended in 2010, but NBC revived it a decade later without hesitation. Its format is endlessly renewable, cases come and go, detectives swap out, and the legal system remains an evergreen storytelling engine. What keeps Law and Order thriving is how durable its structure has proven across generations. Characters like Jack McCoy, Sam Waterston, became cultural icons, yet the show never depended on any single performer. When actors leave, the franchise simply adapts, staffing its fictional precincts and courtrooms with fresh faces while maintaining its signature rhythm. More importantly, Law and Order is a multi-show universe, and NBC treats it like premium real estate. Special Victims Unit, driven for years by Olivia Benson, Mariska Hargitay, is one of the longest-running dramas in history, while Law and Order UK expanded the franchise into international territory. Each spin-off reinforces the brand while bringing in different demographics of viewers. The revival of the original series in 2022 helped unify the Law and Order franchise, creating the kind of weekly programming block that networks dream of. With its format resistant to creative fatigue and its cultural footprint still strong, Law and Order isn't just a series, it's a self-sustaining content engine that NBC will keep running as long as audiences tune in. The Walking Dead, 2010 to 2022, this zombie franchise refuses to stay dead. The Walking Dead began as an ambitious horror drama centered on Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, yet it quickly morphed into one of AMC's biggest assets. Even after the main series concluded in 2022, the network made it clear the franchise wasn't going anywhere. In fact, its post-finale slate only grew. Its durability comes from how naturally the universe lends itself to expansion. Zombie apocalypses can unfold anywhere, and AMC has capitalized on that with a rotating menu of spin-offs. Fear the Walking Dead ran for 8 seasons, while new titles like The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead, Dead City, and The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live continue to extend its mythology. Even when viewership dipped, AMC doubled down rather than retreating. The franchise remains its most recognizable brand, and the network's streaming platform, AMC+, relies heavily on its built-in audience. Few properties have such a loyal fan base willing to follow their favorite survivors across multiple TWD shows and timelines. With each new chapter exploring different regions, character dynamics, and survival philosophies, the franchise keeps reinventing itself. As long as the undead remain culturally relevant, and AMC sees reliable subscription numbers, the Walking Dead universe will shamble forward indefinitely, defying the natural lifespan of most TV franchises. Game of Thrones, 2011 to 2019, this fantasy juggernaut keeps spawning more stories from Westeros. While the original Game of Thrones ended in 2019, HBO clearly considers Westeros one of its most valuable long-term assets. Even with the divisive reaction to the GOT finale, interest has never dipped enough to push the network toward closure. Instead, it fueled the franchise's evolution into a sprawling collection of prequels, making it one of those TV shows that will never end in spirit. Its biggest success so far, House of the Dragon, reignited global fascination with Targaryen politics and dynastic warfare. Characters like Rhaenyra Targaryen, Emma Darcy, and Daemon Targaryen, Matt Smith, captured the cultural conversation, proving audiences were ready to revisit George R.R. Martin's world. HBO responded by fast-tracking more expansions. Beyond House of the Dragon, the network continues developing additional spin-offs, from the long-discussed Jon Snow, Kit Harington, sequel to the upcoming A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Even cancelled or stalled projects demonstrate how aggressively HBO mines the mythology. Westeros is simply too profitable to leave dormant. Even though the flagship series wrapped its primary narrative, the universe remains rich enough to explore endlessly. With prestige budgets, international fan engagement, and powerful brand recognition, HBO will likely continue generating Westeros stories for decades. The Game of Thrones franchise may never return to the exact heights of its original run, but it's far from finished, and Hollywood certainly isn't ready to let it rest.